The Dunvant Male Choir. Thank you to those of you on Zoom. If you can give that camera a wave up there so we can see all those people on Zoom up there who are joining us in their pyjamas. And thank you to all of you here who decided to get dressed. Much appreciated. Now, to get things going, I'm going to say to you in my best Newport accent, how's it going, Boro? And I want you to reply, how's it going, Ross? Alright, we got that? We'll have a little practice. How's it going, Boro? How's it going, Ross? And I'm on band. I'm not going to name names, but it does help to open your mouth if you want to speak, alright? How's it going, Boro? How's it going, Ross? Oh, fair play, I'm alright, thanks. Nice for asking, thank you. Be warned, I may ask again at some point in the evening. Now I'm going to try and keep things pacey. All the soloists are going to introduce themselves when they come onto the stage and tell you what they're singing rather than me getting up and down. The very dashing musical director of the Dunvant, Sir John Rogers here, is going to be introducing and introducing their pieces. So if you like, you can think of John and I tonight as your favourite duo. You know, like Batman and Robin, or Little and Large, Beauty and the Beast, whichever you want. What I can promise you tonight are two cracking choirs, plenty of powerful poetry, some spectacular soloists, terrific tunes on the trumpet, and more tenors than a Bank of England. Right, anyway, without further ado, let's get on with things. So I'm going to introduce you to our very special guest this evening. What you might not be aware of is that this concert is at least 7 years in the making. Because, think back to those halcyon days before COVID, when the world was innocent, the Boro Choir had a different musical director, and this suit fitted me a little bit better. Well, our director at the time, James, who I think is watching us from New York on the Zoom, give him another little wave. Hoping for tears from him this evening. In a lovely way, not a bad one. Whose brother happens to be the lovely John Rogers here. Funnily enough, they came up with this idea of doing a joint concert, whether it was over the dinner table at Mummy Alison, where is she? Oh, at the top there we are. Whether it's over a dinner table, I don't know, or more likely in the pub, probably. They came up with this. The hotel was booked for the choir to come to London, and then, of course, everything went into lockdown. So we're delighted that 7 years later we're actually here and able to do it. Now, lads, I've got a quick question for you. I want you to settle a debate for me. Have you come up to London today, or down to London today? Oh, that was a consensus, eh? Up to London. In which case, we're delighted to have up from Dunvant a very prestigious choir tonight. Meibion Dyfnant, the Dunvant Male Choir, is celebrating 131 years. And, well, I'm delighted that a few of the original members could make it. Founded in 1895, the choir is the choir with the longest continual history in Wales. They've been singing all that time, basically. They haven't shut up. They are a choir of outstanding natural beauty. Oh no, hang on. Sorry, there's a smudge on my page. They are a choir from an area of outstanding natural beauty on the doorstep of the majestic Gower Peninsula, in case you're wondering anyone where Dunvant was. All jokes aside, the choir has enough accolades and prize-winning trophies to fill this chapel, having won all of the major choral competitions open to the nation's male choirs. Over the years, the choir has performed everywhere from the Royal Albert Hall, the chapel of Harvard University, the ancient cathedrals of Chichester, Exeter, Gloucester, Hereford, and Capel Boro. We can add that tonight. In 1985, they embarked their first North American tour, taking under their wing a very fresh-faced soloist, one Bryn Terfel. They are sought after across the globe, and it gives me immense pleasure, privilege and honour to welcome their musical director John Rogers, accompanies Tony Phipps, and Meibion Dyfnant the Dunvant Male Choir. Please give them an enormous thank you.
For your very, very warm welcome. It's an absolute pleasure to be here with you this evening. Up from Dunvant after the journey this morning. We brought the weather with us, as I'm sure you can imagine. I just want to echo some of Ross's comments at the beginning. It is a delight to be here. There are personal links for me with the Boro Choir. I had the pleasure of singing with the Boro 8 years ago now in the Eisteddfod in Cardiff, in the National Eisteddfod in Cardiff Bay. Can't remember much about the competition, right? It was shock, that's what it was, shock. And obviously the links between my brother James, a previous conductor of the choir, who is watching from his flat in New York. It's a delight to be here. And of course, a link with Catrin Holland, the now conductor. Catrin and I were both in the National Youth Choir of Wales only a couple of years ago, I'm sure you can imagine. But it's delightful to be here. And there is a link as well between this choir and this chapel, which not a lot of people might know. One of the longest serving ministers of this chapel, Dr. Ivor Edwards, was the minister of this chapel from 1946 to 1978. Prior to that, he was the minister of the chapel where this choir currently rehearses, Ebenezer Dunvant. So there's a very, very tangible link between this chapel and this choir, and it's delightful also to see a very familiar face in the audience this evening, an ex-accompanist of Dunvant Male Choir, Parchedig Robert Nichols. Diolch, Rob. So, our further three items, a beautiful love song immediately now, Ar Lan y Môr, followed by Eli Jenkins' prayer from Dylan Thomas's Under Milkwood, and I know we're in the midst of Dylan Thomas royalty here this evening. But given our proximity to Cwmdonkin, where Dunvant sits just west of Swansea, we try and claim it as the nearest sort of choir to Cwmdonkin. So Eli Jenkins' prayer is something that we programme in virtually every engagement we do. So it would be remiss if we didn't do it again tonight. And then we'll close this little section of pieces as we started with a hymn arrangement, another mighty arrangement, this time to the words Rwy my'r hedd na wyr y byd amdano, Lord, give me the peace which the world cannot give. And that's to the tune Fernando. Diolch yn fawr.
Wow, that was pretty good, wasn't it now? What? Gotta try and follow that with something. Let's see what I can do. Right, well, as John alluded, there are, in fact, lots of links between the two choirs. And one of those is Dylan Thomas. So the Dunvant have a long-standing history with the Dylan Thomas Society. And they, through their history, have recorded and performed many Dylan-related songs. They've even recorded some albums. Now, for anyone under the age of 30, this is called a cassette tape. For anyone under the age of 20, this is a compact disc. Collectively, they're known as Spotify. Now, the Boro's connection to Dylan is the fact that we have, and I'm going to call him out, and you can all have a good look at him now because he's sat in the balcony, is Mr. Trevor Ellis at the end here. Because Trevor was married to Dylan's daughter, Eronwy. So we have a lovely connection in that. Now, the person I'm going to introduce you to next, who is in fact our first soloist, if you like, who's going to read some poetry, comes from that long line of literary greats, because his grandmother, Eronwy, was a poet and writer, and his great-grandfather was Dylan Thomas. So please give a huge Boro welcome to Charlie.
Before I begin, I just want to clarify something. In the programme, it says he's a Kingsport of Swansea, City FC and everything Welsh. Just would like to clarify that does not include the disgraceful, frankly offensive organisation that is Cardiff City FC. Just before anyone made any links with that. Today I'll be starting with, or my first poem tonight will be In My Craft or Southern Art by Dylan Thomas, and he's really getting his name out there tonight. It's his second work. Getting done, so yeah. In my craft or southern art, exercised in the still nights when only the moon rages and the lovers lie abed with all the griefs in their arms, I labour by the singing light, not for ambition or bread or the strut and trade of charms on the ivory stages, but for the common wages of their most secret heart. Not for the proud man apart from the raging moon I write on these spindrift pages, nor for the towering dead with their nightingales and psalms, but for the lovers, their arms round the griefs of the ages, who pay no praise or wages, nor heed my craft or art.
Me again. How's it going, Boro? Oh, well done. Lovely. I should just mention as well, incidentally, I don't know whether anyone knows this, but I was told this by, well, I've got a very good informant for anything Dylan Thomas related, funnily enough, is that the version of Eli Jenkins' Prayer that you heard to that tune, the Dunvant were the very first choir to sing the Eli Jenkins Prayer to that tune, it is thought. So you've heard the original version, if you like, tonight. Anyway, delighted to introduce our next guest, Alice Newbold. You may know her from a previous concert that we've had. I cannot wait to listen to her again. Fantastic, fantastic trumpeter. Please welcome Alice Newbold to the stage.
Y darn gyntaf byddai chwarae heno yma yw darn gan Barat, with a piece by a composer called Barat, a fun little piece which explores a few different styles called Andante and Scherzo. So I hope you will enjoy it.
How's it going, Boro? So I'm Tom Parry Jones. I'm going to be singing the next number for you, and gosh, it's so weird being up here. I've done so many solos in this chapel now, but I did my first rehearsal here around 9 years ago today, and gosh, haven't the years flown by. Anyway, the number I'm going to be doing for you, it was the lyrics were written by a man called Giovanni Capurro, but the music has a somewhat speckled history. Most of the old scores you'll see will list Eduardo di Capua, but in 1972, about 75 years after this piece was published, the authorship was contested by the daughter of a man called Alfredo Mazzucchi, and it was alleged that Di Capua had not stolen the piece, but he borrowed the piece. It turned out that he had actually bought the tune from Mazzucchi the year before it was published. You'll all know it better now as the Cornetto song. So I'm sorry we don't have an interval with any ice cream, but I'm going to give you O Sole Mio by Giovanni Capurro, Eduardo di Capua, and Alfredo Mazzucchi.
Serena Davis, and I have to follow that. It's going to seem awfully tedious at first. First, I looked up Dyfnant to see where it is, and some of you hearing my accent will be very surprised to know that for the first 2 years of my life I lived in Killay. My brother, who was 4 years older, he left when he was 6, and I remember my mum always crying how he lost his gorgeous Swansea accent without a banger accent. This poem is by a man from Mold called John Blackwell in a little place called Pontairwill, which I'd never heard of till yesterday, I'm afraid. He lived from 1797 to May 1840, and he lived by the River Alyn, and he took the name Alyn as his pen name. At the age of 11, he became an apprentice shoemaker. I've forgotten what the proper name for shoemakers is. No, it's true, honestly. So the cobbler who took him on was called William Kirkman, and he was a fairly devout Calvinistic Methodist, but realised that this boy had a real talent for language. So he encouraged him, gave him time to go to do things, including walking from Mold to Chester to get second-hand books to read, both English and Welsh. And in 1823, so he would have been 26 by this time, he won an Eisteddfod in Mold. And Lord Mostyn, and some of you will have heard me saying that my dad had an expression that he loved to say to me, Mr. Mostyn. This was Lord Mostyn, who was extremely wealthy. He was actually Eisteddfod, and he found the money to pay for this, I think, genius to go further. So he was then sent in January of 1824 to a place called Meibion, which is a condensation of Aberdew. There's an Avon tree which goes from somewhere in North Montgomeryshire and empties out into the Severn. And it's become Meibion. And you'll hear that in the poem, the name of that place. January 1824, he went there to learn Latin and Greek so that he could progress. December 1824, so 11 months later, he went to Oxford, Jesus College, and then came back to Holywell, and then ended up going to a place called Meibion, which I've never heard of before, I'm afraid, and I have no idea where it is. I think it's in Pembrokeshire, and that's where he's buried. So a few words. This poem is called Clywyn, which means someone. I do wonder whether there's a bit of a play on the words in there, but a few words that you need to know. Cerddon. Normally these poems, the further back you go, I have to look up some words in my dictionary. Cerddon, and I haven't done that this time, I'm afraid. Didn't get around to it. Cerddon, I'm assuming from the context, is exhortations. Madmor. Anybody know Madmor?
Marble.
Marble, correct. Ewin? Froth, or the spume on a wave, or in a river that's lively. And just like Dunvant and Dyfnant, there's another corruption near Betty's-y-Coed where there's clear the Ewynol, which means foam, spume, waterfall, but in English it's called Scalded Falls, which is fair for Ewynol. Berwyn is a range of mountains in the South Clwyddian Hills, and I have a little story of my own from that, if you can't agree. I decided one Christmas to drive home with my girlfriend over the Berwyn Mountains, over a pass that's one track, and it was snowing. And I got to about 95% of the way up, and I couldn't get any further. And of course, being a young man, I stupidly reversed all the way back down south, waiting for a to go past, which wouldn't be long. Perlite, pearls, coral, coral, with this side. I think it's one of the most beautiful words in Welsh. It's so onomatopoeic for what you do with your lips, apart from speaking and eating with this side. And it's certainly in North Wales, and I think in South Wales, you can't say it without making the shape of a kiss. And that's probably enough. Other than Bailey, there's a mountain near Mold, I think. The hill that's covered in trees. Tunghead is fate, and again, I haven't looked this up, but I'm assuming Tunghead is destiny. Berry is Berry, as I mentioned, Dyfnant is Oxford. And Amdor. Anybody know what an Amdor is?
Sure.
Very good. I'm impressed. So, here we go. And it's about a man's unrequited love. And I don't know whether he wrote it before going to Oxford, or after coming back, or while he was there. Don't know. So, clywais lawer sôn a siarad, fod rhyw boen yn dilyn cariad, ar y sôn gram ni na chwerthu, nes y gwelais wyneb rhywun. Niw na cyngor, niw na cysur, ac niw na ceryddon undyn. Beri i'w beidio a caru rhywun. Gwyn ac oer yw marmor mynydd. Gwyn ac oer yw ewyn nentydd. Gwyn ac oer yw eira berwyn. Gwanach oerach dwyfron rhywun. Cael llygau fel y perlau. Cael cwrel am wefusau. Cael gryddiau fel y rhosyn. Carreg wedi'w cawan rhywun. Tra bo clogwyn yn eryri, tra bo coed ar ben y beili, tra bo dwfr yn afon alun, cadwaf galon pyr i rywun. Pal y bynnag bom Tynghedfen, unau beriw neu rydychen, am fy nghariad os bydd gofyn, funig ateb I fydd rhywun. Caiff yr hael fach ludo'r gorau, ac am oelydd yn gymylau. Gwisgir fi mewn amdo pyrwyn, cyn y peidiaf gael rhywun.
The Boro Choir is going to start making their way onto the stage. That's all right, I can talk over you. And thank you, Meibion. I can always count on you for a preamble longer than the poem. Anyway, it's all right. I'll let you off. The first song that the Boro is going to sing for you is called Pantaledwyn. Now, don't tell me I don't do my research, everyone. And actually, where's Caroline James? There she is. She might be interested in this. She might know more about this than me, because the reason this tune is called Pantaledwyn is because of the London dairy trade. So, the hymn was first presented at the 1967 Pantaledwyn Eisteddfod. Now, that Eisteddfod was started by a guy called David James, who was born in Bromley by Bow in 1887. Two Welsh parents, John and Catherine, who were in the dairy business in London. If anyone doesn't know, for probably at least 30 years, the dairy trade in London was pretty much exclusively Welsh people. When David was 11, they moved back to Wales to a farm called Pantaledwyn. Now, David went on to pursue his ministry studies, but had to drop out because someone needed to run the dairy business in London. So he moved back to London to run the family business. But he was not only a dairyman, he also opened the first London super cinema, the Palladium in Palmer's Green. He was also an initial shareholder in the Odeon, which, funnily enough, made him a lot of money. Anyway, he still owns the farm back in Wales. He never lives back there, but he continued to invest his money back in the arts and social development in Wales, including founding this Eisteddfod. So we have a London Welshman to thank for this the name of this song. This hymn, incidentally, was also voted Wales' favourite hymn in 2012 by viewers of the S4C programme Dechrau Canu, Dechrau Canmol. So I hope it turns into one of your favourites when we sing it now.
Sweet Lord.
Tears, you might know that from the Book of Revelation. And in a little homage to Sir Carl Jenkins, it's his birthday this week on Tuesday. He turned 82, so happy birthday to Sir Carl. I'm sure he enjoyed that if he was listening. Right on Zoom, let's give him away. Just in case. Lovely. Right, moving on to something entirely different. It's a bit where I get to indulge myself a little, because we're going to sing a song that again, harks back a little bit to the pandemic and the fact that we couldn't have lovely concerts, so we decided to have some online instead. I put pen to paper and wrote a little poem to read on one of our lovely Zoom concerts, which I have on good authority. Brought Mummy Alison to tears up there. So you get your shout out again. I'll be coming back to you, don't worry. So this is a poem originally called Shadow of the Shard. We are here in the Shadow of the Shard. You may have seen it coming in. So I wrote the words to this, and very kindly, Ben on the keys over there wrote the music. So I guess he's Benny, that makes me Bjorn. And in their famous words, I would like to thank Ben for the music for giving it to me. They don't get any better. And to all of us. So we're going to sing in the Shadow of the the Shard, which tells the story really of the chapel and of the choir. So I hope you enjoy it. Friends from all over, from north, south, far and near. There's even one from Newport, because all are welcome here. You'll meet cousins, brothers, nines, and many a mam or tard in this friendly little chapel in the shadow of the Shard. It really is a family, with gatherings joyous and merry. Even chapel services are tipsy, using consecrated sherry. Perhaps this quirky nature is its calling card in this pretty little chapel in the shadow of the Shard. If you're singing, dancing, praying, nobody will mind. Just remember, commit no nuisance in the alleyway behind. But watchful eyes from heaven are the best security guard in this blessed little chapel in the shadow of the Shard. Whenever there's a party, when a festival comes around, you'll find you won't go hungry, as Welsh cakes will abound. Cakes and pastries filled with love, and sugar, butter and lard, in this generous little chapel in the shadow of the Shard. only a boy from Newport would make choir 2 syllables. Right, on to something else now, and to honour our lovely friend in New York, I hope you're still watching, James, we are going to sing a song that was arranged by him for a wedding of 2 of our choir members here in the chapel a little while back. We're going to be singing Only You. You may know it by the Flying Pickets. Now, interestingly, when I was doing my research on this one as well, apparently it was Margaret Thatcher's favourite song. Oh, the irony, as all of the members named the band that because they were all on the picket lines during the miners' strikes. Well, Maggie and her crew ready Amaraki, eh? So please enjoy this, It's Only You, arranged by James Bridger. See, James, all those Zoom choir sessions paid off. Right, we are moving on to a song which you probably know, called Hafan Gobaith. Hafan Gobaith means sort of a haven of hope, a place of safety, care, and comfort. And tonight, as you will probably know from your tickets when you booked them, we are raising money for Hafan Children's Hospice in Wales. Now, Hafan was established in 1995 by a lady called Suzanne Goodall after discovering that there was no children's hospice provision within Wales. And the hospice opened its doors in 1999. Hafan currently cares for more than 250 children with lifelong progressive conditions in Wales, and since opening has supported hundreds of families. Ongoing bereavement support is also provided for over 100 families each year, and around 50 young people and their families were supported in their transition into adult services. The aim of the hospice is to create a Wales where all children who may die in childhood live fulfilling lives. And we hope in our music tonight with this, we bring a little bit of haven of hope.
Thank
Crikey, get your chops around that, lads, eh? And huge thank you to Alistair for coming with us as well. Thank you very, very much. You just heard Gwydion Agloidd. Now, we were very lucky in our autumn concert to have Peter Teague, who composed the music for that. I knew I didn't tell the choir just in case, but luckily he was smiling all the way through. And so I think we got the big tick for that. I'm going to let Boro saunter off because I'm handing the reins over to you lot now. How's it going, Boro? Oh, good, you're still awake. Right, because we're going to sing a little congregational hymn now. You should all know it, I would imagine. Calon Lan. The words are on the back of your little programme if you want some help. If you aren't able to stand, please do so. And we will give a nice Boro version of Calon Lan.
Yes.
next poem I'm going to read to you is something that I've written myself. I've been writing poetry sort of for the last few months or so. Now, I'm not going to claim that I'm better than my great-grandfather in What I will say is at least I've had the common decency to come here tonight and perform my own work, whereas he's had to get numerous other people to perform it. So this is called End of the Line. My love asked how long our time will last, and I told her we have until the clock chimes past. We'll watch days laced with gold tick to years raining silver, while spring's frozen cold forever shiver. We'll see fallen leaves find shelter in burrows as the barren trees surrender to the crows. We'll look as the sun slumbers in the sea and awakes to the moon now ash and debris. We'll stand side by side as these sorrows arise, and at no point will the clock towers cry, as our time has no chime, because we're at the end of the line. My love asked who are the powers above, and I told her to ignore the high-flying dove. Watch Zeus and his thunder get stuck in the clouds, whilst Thor and his hammer gets lost in the crowds. See kings send their princes to the school of a joker, so queens and princesses have to roar till they're croakers. Look as warriors die to a sword with no blade, as people comply to a face with no trade. We'll stand side by side as these leaders command, and the shining blind timers will never run dry of sand, as our time has no chime, because we're at the end of the line. My love asked when all souls will dream easy, and I told her to set all our liberties free. Watch the starving child wish for a mother, whilst the sinning priest smiles and prays for the father. See the stranded orphan cry out for a home, as the colts and clans cry for people to roam. Look as the wounded soldier longs for a friend of old, whilst the smokers playing poker dream of cards that can't fold. We'll stand side by side as these nightmares sing, and the brass bells will never choose to bellow their ring, as our time has no chime, because we're at the end of the line. My love asked where our past hearts will go, and I told her there isn't a place left below. Watch the demons rise high and parade the skies, with the light growing shy in the face of red eyes. See a shooting star twinkle back into space, whilst all the warmth from afar leaves without a trace. Look as the heroes scramble for someone to save them, as the people ramble for a new place to come from. And we'll stand side by side as these days grow near, and the second-hand silence will be all that we hear, as our time has no chime, because we're at the end of the line. My love asked what happened in chimes gone by, and I told her there were times both far and nigh. We'd watch battles begin with bows without memories, whilst people would see sin in the brisk flowing breeze. We'd see the jokes of a jester cause kingdoms to fall, as the years of yester allowed nations to stall. We would look as comets of evening were deemed far too bright, and the tales of a king as all a poet could write. And would have stood side by side in these ever-changing hours, but now we are deaf to the choking clock towers, as our time has no chime, because we're at the end of the line.
That was very good, wasn't it? Crikey. It puts my shadow in the shard to shame. Anyway, I'm delighted.
Very good.
I just love a rhyming couplet, I can't help it. Anyway, we're delighted to welcome back now. Alice Newbold is going to play an absolute favourite of mine. I'm so glad it's on the programme.
Well, I'm glad it's one of your favourites because it's certainly one of mine. Y dan nesa mewn chwarae yw Dan cyflwyniad gyda guitar yn wreiddiol. It was originally written for guitar as a concerto, but this movement of the concerto was made famous for flugelhorn in the film Brass Stop. I'm not sure if you've seen it. I hope you've got a lot of nods. So I'm sure you'll know what I'm about to play then. Concerto de Aranjuez, or as they called it in the film, Orange Juice. And it's a lovely Spanish slow melody, and yeah, I really love it. Hopefully you sing.
you very much, ladies and gentlemen. It's a delight to come back and sing our second and final spot of this tremendous concert. Now, normally when I introduce pieces, I would have mentioned rugby by now. I'm not sure if it's wise, but it is worth mentioning. The choir will be performing again tomorrow, informally, in the London Welsh Centre on Grazing Road. We will be singing at the London Welsh Centre for the Wales-Scotland fixture tomorrow. So if anyone is available and would like to come hear the choir again, come and mix in a more informal setting, you'd be more than welcome. We'd like to see you there. It is worth mentioning the very sad fact that it is now 4 years since Wales have won a home Six Nations game. But who was the choir on the pitch that day? The Dunvant. So, hopefully you'll be a lucky woman by being booked to sing again tomorrow in the Welsh Centre. We hope to see lots of you there. Now, before we sing our final 4 pieces, I just want to mention a few things about our choir members. Like so many male choirs, we are evolving, all the time. Certainly since the pandemic and online rehearsals, I know Cora Boro did the same as we did. And some of these chaps were having, iPads pass through windows because tech isn't their best. But since the pandemic, like all choirs, we've had to recruit because we've lost a number of members through age and ill health and such. But we have about 40, just under 40 singers today, and it's worth mentioning 11 of the choir here today have joined since the pandemic. Over a quarter of the one chorister with us today, Phil, is actually in his first engagement with the choir today, having joined just before Christmas. And we do have some more experienced members of the choir, and I've got to mention two. The 2 gentlemen stood directly behind me in the bottom bass. We have Alan Cornadia, who is 92 years of age. And we have Mr. Jeff Evans, who this year, in 2026, is celebrating 70 years of singing with the choir. So, on to our final selection of items. We have some musical theatre, something like to finish our spot tonight. So we start with Anthem from Chess. We've already had a mention of Benny and Beyond tonight, so we're going to continue in that vein with Anthem from Chess. I will follow that with Think of Me from Lloyd Webber's Phantom of the Opera.
Death and despair.
So before we close with the ever popular and anthemic You'll Never Walk Alone from Rodgers and Hammerstein's Carousel, we're going to sing a more poignant piece for our penultimate item, Tell My Father, from Frank Wildhorn's The Civil War. And this song is a story about two soldiers. One shoots and kills the other, not knowing that it's his brother. And the dead soul rises to sing this song, Tell My Father.
Tell my father that his son
crutchin. That was fantastic. Now, as Boro makes their way down to join the Dunvant here, watch your ears is all I'm going to say for these next two. But we're going to first hear Hafan Not Here by the comedian musician Ryan Davis. It's quite a poignant song, but I thought beforehand I'd give you one of his jokes to go down. Don't worry, so it goes like this. My Uncle Harry was a Wales rugby international, and he died, you see, and he went up to heaven, and there he saw the figure of St. Peter standing at the pearly gates. And this voice said, "Do you have anything to confess?" And he thought about it, and he said, "Well, I do as it goes, yes. I will be completely honest with you. That Wales game, the International 1923, I scored the winning try. Well, I'll be honest, it wasn't a try." And the voice comes back and says, "It was a try." And he goes, no, I was grounded 2 yards before the line, crawled over the ball, didn't even touch the floor. It wasn't a try. And the voice comes back and says, "I can assure you it was a try." And he says, no, look, I'm trying to confess. Let me confess. He says, "It wasn't a try, St. Peter, please. It wasn't a try. I need to confess this." And the voice comes back and says, "I shall tell you two things. Firstly, it was definitively a try. The second thing, I'm not St. Peter, I'm St. David." time being, while I do a few thank yous. First of all, can I just say, today I've organised Aaron Hughes, man after my own heart there, who wrote the music. He did it in 20 minutes while waiting for a train on Shrewsbury train station platform. Nothing like a deadline to be creative. So when I write the next lot of lyrics then, wherever you are, no pressure, but speedy turnaround, yeah? Okay, can you please, I've got quite a few thank yous, please keep the applause going. First of all, can you please thank the chapel for having us and hosting us tonight. David on the door here, who's been very sweet in the Zoom calls. Please present our soloists, Alice, Charlie, Tom and Meibion. Musical directors, John Roberts and Catherine Parker. Our candidates, Tony Fitz and Ben Cook. Please thank the choirs, the Boro and the Dunvant. And please give yourselves a round of applause. That's what you're doing. Of course you may. Thank you very much. How's it going, Tom? I'm almost on time, so I've done my job pretty well. No, a huge thank you to you lot tonight for coming and buying tickets. We are pushing the £2,000 mark for Hafan. So join us downstairs after this, where Hal and his team have been preparing some lovely refreshments for us. So please, if you can stay, come downstairs. Just a huge diolch yn fawr, and nos waith. Please, can you be upstanding if you're able to sing the Welsh National Anthem, Hen Lad, Thank you very much.